Greetings, beautiful souls. This is Coach Vivian. I want to extend a personal invitation to each of you to come and join me on Sundays at 3:00 p.m. at my Live with Coach Vivian's podcast. This is a platform where we cover all types of topics. In fact, we just recently finished a session that's called True versus Truth, where we investigated and defined what your personal truth is versus what universal truths are. And we talked about how to line up with those universal truths to make your life become more delicious. Remember, we came here as human beings for just a short while to do three things. That is to live life abundantly, to love deliciously, fully, and richly, unconditionally, each other and ourselves, and to leave a legacy expressing our unique gifts from a place of unconditional love. I'm going to ask you to please invite your friends to come and join me also. And if you have any particular topics you want to talk about, feel free to email me at vivian@vivianhardison.com. You can find all the content uploaded on my YouTube website, YouTube channel. And you can also find information on my website. That's www.vivianhardison.com. I look forward to hearing from you again. Look forward to chatting with you and spending time with you. And until we get to meet again, I wish you all well, an abundant life, and much, much joy. Take care and be well. Thank you. This is Coach Vivian. Namaste. Now, let me talk real quickly about what we call universal truths that exist in all human beings, okay? Every one of infinite intelligence creation, meaning mankind, possesses intrinsically the highest good that infinite intelligence is. In other words, every human being has within him all the good that God is. Whether you believe that or not is irrelevant. That is a truth. Because it is impossible for God to create man in his image, because we were the only thing that he created in his image, in his imagination. He didn't create man, the animal in his imagination. He only created man in his imagination. You understand that? We're the only one who God is in us, through us, as us. Okay? So now, what are some attributes that God put in us as a result of that? And they are as follows. We have within us this thing called unconditional love of self and others. Unconditional love is just what it says. It means loving without any conditions. You love because that's who you are. We have compassion, meaning we care without judging another person. In other words, compassion is caring without judgment and doing something about it. You don't look at that hungry person and judge him because he's hungry or he's nasty or dirty. Your compassion will allow you to go and help that person and clean him up if they're asking for help, and not judging him about why he's stinky and nasty. Okay? That's called compassion. Forgiveness is in us. What is forgiveness? It's just what it says. You forgive. To forgive, the word for becomes before, and give. You give something away. You are forgiving a person. You are releasing them from whatever harm or hurt they had done to you. Until you can forgive, your heart can open. Appreciation. Every being has this aspect of appreciation. It is the highest form of praise, is to be appreciative of what God has done. Cooperation, kindness. And when I say kindness, we're not just talking about being nice to some people sometimes. Anybody can be nice, right? But kindness comes from your core, and you're nice to everybody, irregardless as to who they are and what they have done. That can only come from your core, and that's within you. Why isn't it expressed? Well, lots of reasons. Attitude, the way you see your life and people, hatred, ignorance, all these bury the good that's in you. What else is in you? Abundance in all things, body, mind, spirit, mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially. That's in you. You have abundance. Inner peace. Inner peace is about having emotional balance and well-being. That's a part of you. Is it being expressed? No. Why? Because you have things that's blocking you from expressing that. Your infinite nature is also a nature of curiosity. Instead of being fearful of things, you become curious about stuff. Instead of worrying about what's not happening, you become curious about it. That's better than being afraid of stuff or worrying about things. You have an ease of being. That means you are living in the present moment, allowing things to unfold without resisting it. For example, somebody may want to take you someplace you don't want to go. You have the right to tell them, well, I don't really want to go there. And it's okay. But what if they're trying to make you go and you don't want to go? What you do is you chill out and you focus on what you want to do. You understand? You focus, you put the energy and imagine yourself already doing what it is you're wanting to do. And that's how you stop people taking you places you don't want to go. And even if you have to go, quote unquote, per se, still remain open-minded to know that the place you're going, that there'll be some good there for you. Because God never, here what's the scripture talks about? God never allows a temptation to happen to you that you can't handle. What we call a temptation. He will never put more on you than you can bear. You remember that scripture? He'll never put more on you than you can bear. In other words, whatever comes up is something that you can handle. You just have to approach it with an open mind. Awareness of being or connected to all of life and nature. Okay? You tame the ego. You tame those thoughts and you're able to make the appropriate decision and the right thinking. Righteousness means right thinking. We think righteousness is a religious thing. It is not. Righteousness means right thinking. Also, although you may experience negative emotions, but those negative emotions will never ever have a hold on you. You have no fear of death or illness, and you understand that you are a unique expression of good or of God or of Source. Intrinsic individual truths are always aligned with the truth of who you really are. And who are you really? We've been talking a little bit about that, okay? Each soul is a unique expression of the good or God or Source or all that is. And all that is what I'm calling infinite intelligence. We are each a creator, just as we were created by God or Source. Source is unconditional love, so we are also love and we are also good. We are and have access to abundance all the time and can have, do, and be anything we so desire. We only need to focus our thoughts on what we want and assume the feeling of the desired fulfilled so that it must be.